Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Wonder Friends. I can't believe that. I think this is like episode 9. That's crazy. Can't believe it's episode 9 already. So as we're all kind of starting in on a show, just make sure you're leaving the comments, kids' names. Love to say hi to them. Today we are going to do some fun stuff with cut paper. We're going to continue this idea of how we make something unique, and what better way to do something other than cut paper. It's kind of a cool way to do illustrations that's a little bit different than what you would do if you picked up like a marker and you colored on paper and stuff like that. There's no right way to make an illustration with cut paper. You can have a lot of fun doing it in a bunch of different ways. What's up, Zoe? Good to see you. As you guys are starting to come in, just remember, my name is Jason Tharp. I am the Chief Creative Dreamer at Wonderville Studios. Kids, what that means is I get paid to make stuff up. It is a pretty cool job. Just imagine that thing that you love doing the most right now, and then you grow up and you get paid to do it. And that's kind of what I get to do. I dreamed about doing this stuff since I was little. You can catch me on Facebook at Wonderville Studios, and again at Instagram at Wonderville Studios as well. And as always, wondervillestudios.com. There are lots of download PDFs. If you guys gotten a chance to go there yet and check them out, lots of PDFs for you to download. You know, just activities to do, coloring stuff. There's stuff to fill out. There's stuff to draw stuff. There's all kinds of things from each different character. You can find your favorite one, download all this stuff. 100% free. I'm not asking for any sort of information from you or whatever. So, kids, ask your parents. Go over there, download those things, print them out. You can have a lot of fun with them. Aubrey, what's going on? Good to see you. Marley, what's happening? We got Logan and Claire in the house. What's up, guys? We also have Willow, Piper, and Marshall. What's going on? And Kristen, how's it going? Santonio, Cece, and Vivi, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a great day today. I definitely am. I've been working on a new book and doing a bunch of illustrations for that right now. Almost done with it, so I'm kind of excited about that. Doing like the last little bit, then I'm getting ready to start writing another book. So that's how I've been keeping myself busy. Harper and Porter, what's going on, guys? And Mason, how's it going? Good to see you guys again. So as we start talking, remember we talk about each day, we kind of just check in with ourselves. Hey, Nolan, what's happening, man? So we check in with ourselves, and how we do that is we just kind of sit up nice and tall. So put your paper and your pencils down for just a second. And I just want you guys to sit up big and tall. Just take a big breath in. And you could say this out loud or to yourself. Say, I am smart, I do matter, I am me, and I am super fantastic. Now remember, we say those things because sometimes we can feel down, or sometimes we can feel stuck, or we feel like we're kind of worried about some things. And we start to tell ourselves stories that aren't necessarily true. So what we can do is we can start to remind ourselves all those really cool things, that you are smart, that you do matter, that you are me, and that you are super fantastic. So if you ever get stuck in those things during the day, just think about that stuff. Think about how super fantastic you actually really are. Ethan, what's going on? Good to see you, buddy. Logan and Leo, what's going on? And Connor, what's happening? Good to see you guys. So, you know, as we start to we keep talking about all these things, and we've talked about Sunny a lot, right? And the cup idea, the KUP. And what we're talking about really is 3 things. We're talking about the kindness, your uniqueness, and practice. And when we talk about kindness, remember, we're not talking about just being nice to other people. We're talking really about being nice to ourselves. And this week we've been really focused on the you in it, which is our uniqueness, right? The things that make us unique. And we've been trying to really work on different illustrations that help with that process of making something unique. And today I have a really cool idea with cut paper. Now what's neat about cut paper is that there isn't a right answer. There isn't a wrong answer. There isn't anything. It's just you kind of are out of control, right? One of the things to make something unique is that if you can't control it, right? If we have a pencil, it's a lot easier to kind of control it. We still are going to use scissors, and we'll use pencils and stuff like that to make our character we're going to make. But we still have to work on like letting go of all the things that we expect. So really, as you start to do this, I promise yours art is definitely not going to look like mine this time. It's going to be uniquely to yours, and that's what's kind of really cool about all this stuff we're doing, is we're making things that are 100% unique to us. Just a reminder for parents real quick, after we're done with this, if you could just hit that share button, share this around with your friends, PTOs, whatever. Just doing this for free, it's a great way to get it out. My goal for this is to help kids connect, so that way they can see that other people are going through the same things they are. They can see what everybody else is making, all that cool stuff like that. Remember, there's a giveaway on Sunday. We go through a giveaway. All you have to do is simple: like the page, share the page, and put a picture in the comment of the piece that you made from your wonder work for the day. That's as simple as it gets. So if you guys want to take and get your supplies ready, hey, what's up, Emily? And what's up, Christina? And Connor, double highs. I think I already said hi, but double up to you. So if you guys have like paper, we're gonna need scissors. So parents, if it's a little too sharp, we're gonna need a little bit of help with that. If you have a glue stick, that's great. I don't have a glue stick. I'm gonna use tape, but if you have a glue stick, even better. And we're going to make this thing. So I'm gonna switch over here. And remember, guys, there's no right or wrong answer to this. We're just gonna have a lot of fun today making something that's completely different. So let me switch over here. Okay, so I got these supplies here, and I found some like different colored paper that I had around here. Just these different colors. If you got some construction paper, that's cool. If you don't have colored paper, don't worry at all. You could take white paper and your markers and kind of scribble over. Like, let's say, I don't have like a green. If I scribble on this like this, right? And then I use that. You don't have to worry about it being perfectly flat. All of this little stuff in here actually adds a really cool element to it. And I'm going to use a piece of this just to show you. I'm actually going to do a couple of them. That way I have a couple to just try different varieties. So this just gives you a couple different ways to do stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out by getting like a shape first. And we're going to use that shape. And for my monster, I'm going to use this green paper. And what we're going to do is, if you just take this and fold it in half, all right? And you fold this in half. And if you have a pencil, that's awesome. Just like a pencil or a marker. It doesn't really matter, whichever one. And all we're going to do is, I want you to think about, if we look at this, right, we made like a book. And in this middle is a dividing line. And what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we're going to make just half of this character, right? So if we're going to make a shape, let's say I'm going to make a shape that's kind of like this, and it goes around just like this, all right? See, it's just a weird shape. Just make any weird shape that you want, but start from that edge where the fold is, okay? So start from that edge where the fold is and make a shape that you want. Then I want you to take your scissors, and again, if you need help with this, ask your parent there to help you out with this as you cut around. And I just want you to cut around that line that you made. So for mine, I just kind of, and guess what? It doesn't have to be exactly on that line, because mine definitely is not. But you can just cut around here, just like so, and then boom. So now that we've cut out our shape, you can throw that other piece, just get it out of here, right? Now we have our shape, remember we made. Now watch, when we open it up, what we have now is a whole new shape, okay? Now, as we look at this, right, if we think about when we did our other doodles we've talked about, we could put things like eyes and arms and spiky hair and all those different things like that, right? So, I'm going to show you here, remember this piece that I made? I'm going to make on this, if I know where this is, right, and one way to do this is if you just kind of flip your paper over and hold it up to the light, like so you can see where your lines are around it, and then you make like just like a little light line around it, you can see where it is. So I know if I draw it inside of that shape and I cut around, that I'm not going to see my pencil lines. That's why we do it on the back side of the paper, because you can hide what is on the other side. So if I'm going to cut around here, and again guys, we're just making stuff together here. You can make any kind of stuff that you want. I just want you to kind of just make some funky shape here. And voila. And I'm just going to say that goes there. So see how now, because I did those marker scribbles, can you see it? Let me pull it up a little closer. Those marker scribbles, it kind of gives a cool little texture to our thing. And I noticed that it's a little bit big. So guess what you can do? This is the cool part about cut paper. is you can just trim it down, right? So now it's a little smaller, right? And I'm gonna just use, for me, again, I don't have glue sticks, so I'm just gonna roll a piece of tape like this. I don't know if you guys know you can do this. You can like roll it on the end of your finger, and you can stick it on the back side. Whoop, it just flew off. You can take it and stick it on the back. And voila, now we got it stuck on there, right? Okay, so for eyeballs, here's what we're gonna do for eyeballs. Now, we have two ways that we can do this. One is you can just make some circles, okay? Just make 2 circles, right? And cut them out. Right, I'm gonna set those aside. Or, you can also just cut a smaller piece of your white paper. Fold your white paper in half, just like you did the other way, and make the shape just like this, right? You see this circle right here? And cut around that. And again, guys, if I'm going too fast, just remember this video will be here, that you can go back and rewind, pause it, catch up, all that stuff like that. I'm just kind of going fast so we don't make, a super long video. But see now, look, the 2 of those are connected the same way we can do it with our other circles that we did. We just make 1 and remember, watch your fingers, guys. 2, all right? So now we have 2 different shapes there. I kind of like the one where they're touching. I think it's kind of funny. So I'm going to put those other 2 aside, and maybe they'll use it for something else. And I'm going to put, and if you have glue stick, just glue the back side. I'm going to use a couple tape rolls to be able to put this down, like so. And 1 more. Now, here's the thing about cut paper illustrations. It isn't the fastest way to do stuff, right? But I think what is kind of cool about it is that you have the ability to make something that's like comes to life, right? Like if we draw just a drawing on a piece of paper, it's really flat and it is the paper. Where this, we can kind of put it on a stick and make a puppet. You can do all kinds of different fun things with it. So I'm going to show you how to give your character some life real quick. It's really simple, okay? With your marker, right? In our eyeballs, watch what just happens when we have just a cut shape right now, and we just do a circle and another circle, and we just fill those in. Isn't it funny how you could just put eyeballs on something and now it starts to look like it's come to life a little bit, right? It's now like staring at you, right? It's now like kind of paying attention to you. I think that's kind of cool. So now that we have our eyeballs, let's make a smile for our character. Now, I have this pink paper. I'm going to say that he has a pink smile, and I think that what we're going to do for a smile is pretty simple, right? It's kind of like a banana shape. And I'm just going to use my pencil just to draw this shape that I want. And an easy way so it's a lot easier to handle is if you just cut a big rectangle out around that. So now I can hold it a lot easier. And go through here. Hope you guys are hanging out here, keeping up with, making your own, getting lost in this stuff, maybe singing a song. You got a favorite song you like to sing when you draw stuff or make stuff? I don't sing. You don't want me to sing. If I sing, you all would be like, all right, we're done watching Wonder Friends. I'll never do that again because he can't sing. I can't. So, no request. All right. Now, let's put this down here too. Now, by the way, you can make your smile way different than mine, and you can make your smile like opened up, or you can just use a marker and make your smile if you want. There's really, like I said at the beginning of this, there is no wrong answer for making this stuff. It really can be whatever you want it to be. So I put down my smile just like this. All right. Now, easy way we can do a lot of this stuff is if we put some teeth in here, right? We can totally do like little up and down lines. And now it looks like he has like some funky lips or something. It's kind of goofy. It's funny, but I like it. And then we can kind of do, if you do like little things like this, now he just has a big smile. And you can put in little details, guys. Like, there's no rules that just because it's like cut paper doesn't mean you can't use a marker on some of this stuff and have some fun. Now, eyebrows, if you remember what we always been talking about, eyebrows are really simple to just use rectangles. So check out what we can do here. Now remember, we have like all this scrap paper sitting around here. Look, if I just take my marker and I don't have any black paper and I just make a black shape right here, right? And I just cut around this and cut this off and cut 2 little strips on each side. Check it out. What? Now he's got some eyebrows. So roll up a little tape. You got a glue stick, even better. I wish I would have got a glue stick, but I didn't make it to the store. So we're just gonna roll some tape and it works the same. So throw a little piece down there. My fingers are too big to handle these little pieces. And roll some tape here. And boom. And check that out. Now, our guy has some eyebrows. Right, so then, if we want to do some arms, simple, same as we've been talking about, let's make some arms that are, why not make them purple, right? Now, remember, what have we been using for arms a lot? We've been using hot dogs, right? Hot dogs or doodles or some sort of shape. Let's keep it simple like that. And now we're just going to draw any kind of shape. I'm just going to draw this kind of like almost like a half hot dog shape. And I'll make 2 of those because he's going to have 2 arms. Then we're going to just cut around the edge here just to make it a little easier for us to handle. And just cut around. And whoop. Check that out. Now here's the cool part. So think about it this way. I'm gonna make these arms really long. Now this is this is paper. So if you think about, if you make a mistake, it's okay. Let's say I made them too long, right? I think these arms are way too long for them. Okay. Now here's the beauty of it. Check this out. They're too long. Because it's paper, I can just cut some off until it's the right length that I would like for them to be. And I think that I like it to be a little longer. So what you can do is, if you want them to be the same, kind of put your 2 pieces of paper on top of each other and start from the bottom of what would be the hand, and get those aligned up, and then just cut them both at the same time. And now you have 2 that are the same length, okay? All right, right on. Now because I have to flip the one over, I'm going to erase this line a little bit here. So I can now, get back there. He's like running away from me. I can now put a couple rolls of tape here on the ends. Tape it up, boom, and tape this up, like so. So I bet your character looks way different than mine, and that's the coolest part about this stuff, is that even though we're making the same thing, we're all making our own unique thing off of this. This is the whole point of all this. It's the idea that we are, even though we're all doing the same stuff, we all have our own unique way of putting this stuff together. I'm gonna put my initial J on the middle of this, like he's like kind of wearing a shirt, and I'm gonna put some stripes on this arm, kind of like he's maybe wearing some sort of like stockings or something on his arms. Now the pencil, like the pens, what you use the pens for is to kind of add your extra details to it, right? So you can kind of do things like this, you know, or whatever. But this is, I think, this character seems like a lot of fun to me. I don't know, like, what name he should have. Maybe, like, his name should be, like, Blobby. Like, he's kind of like, I'm going to call him Blobby. Blobby. That's Blobby. Blobby likes to do stuff. Let's see. What could Blobby like to do? Blobby likes to eat erasers from pencils. So if you are missing an eraser from your pencil, there's a good chance that Bobby snuck in and ate your pencil. And he eats them and never gives them back. That could be Blobby's whole thing, is he's a pencil-eating monster. And he will eat all your pencils. I don't know. But anyway, guys, so this is, I'm going to stop here, but I want to like show you guys that you can make anything with cut paper. And if you don't have the colors that you're looking for, it's really simple to make those things with, you know, this different stuff, right? We can make all different kinds of colors by scribbling on, and all the textures that we get from this actually makes it pretty cool. And I'm gonna, since I said I'd use this, I'm gonna show you even something like this is fun. Let's say we take this piece right here, right? And now we have this shape right here, and that's all we have. And let's say this is all we have, and all we have is that in paper. So if Blobby can scoot over for a little bit. If I all of a sudden just take this guy, and I use my marker, and I just make a line like this, and a couple like this. Check this out. All from just a goofy little piece of paper that we had around, and just our imagination, right? Just making up something. Now, all of a sudden, if I have this around, and I hold it in place, right? And I look next to them, check this out. And I put, like if I lift up Blobby, and I put like an arm here, now, Blobby, I put another piece of paper behind it so it's easier to see. Check out what he's got now. Now Blobby has a best friend. And since we have like some legs, we can totally put some little legs on him, right? And now they are BFFs. These two. So here's the cool idea. So you guys kind of understand a little bit like how if I'm going to do a book illustration and I'm going to use cut paper, this is like an idea of what we would do. We would put two characters like this next to each other, and then you take a photograph of that piece, and that becomes illustration. So just because like it's cut paper doesn't mean that it can't be a character and come to life all on its own. You can still use the paper and all the elements around there to create your character. So even something like this, that all it was a colored piece of paper, but as soon as we put a face on it and give it some meaning, all of a sudden now it has some sort of personality to it. It has a trait, right? It has something about them. So this is a lot of fun that you can have with cut paper. We will revisit this again, but I just wanted to kind of introduce you guys all to this idea of what you can do with cut paper. So let me switch back over and talk about what we're going to do tomorrow. So what do you guys think? Was it fun doing some stuff with cut paper? A little bit different. Doing stuff with cut paper. What's up, John? Good to see you in Austin. Emily, hey, thanks, Bonnie. I appreciate you posting that. I love that. Emma, what's going on? And Macy, how's it going? So good to see everybody. Hope you guys have some fun with cut paper. It's a little bit different, right? But you can do anything with it. Sometimes you can just cut out a shape and put a face on it, and it can be a lot of fun, right? So for tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about my buddy Big and Bunny, okay? Tomorrow we're going to learn how to draw Big, and we're going to talk a little bit about what makes this book unique and different. Talk about the next book that's coming out in May, and then also like the third book that I'm working on right now that I've just started working on all the illustrations for. So tomorrow we're going to do that. What you're going to need for that is paper and markers. So tomorrow supplies, let me get out here. So tomorrow's supplies, paper, markers, that's really kind of it. We might even mess a little bit with some cut paper or come back to that a little bit later. But we're going to, I think for right now, just learn about just drawing him. And here's the secret to drawing big. He is all circles. That's all it is. So super simple. You guys all know how to do it. The wonder work for the giveaway, the post in the comments, simple. All we're going to do is I want you to make your own creation out of cut paper. Just make whatever it can be. If you want to do like what we did here and make two buddies sitting side by side, just again, remember, put a piece of white paper underneath there, put them in place. You can draw all kinds of stuff around that character to make it into a scene. Take a picture from above. So if you have your parent, or if you have your own phone or whatever, if you get it right above it, and you can look on top of it, you can see and take your photo, and you'll have like a little illustration. And that's how we make illustrations when it comes to cut paper. So again, if you need any other videos, you can just go to YouTube, check it out. Parents, do me a huge favor, like and share this page, share this Wonder Friends stuff. Leave comments. Make sure, remember, other kids are going to be reading this, so make sure that we are being adults and leaving our comments and stuff like that. You can find all the books, as always, on Amazon or at my website. Again, not doing this to sell books, but just really kind of doing this to connect kids, make you guys aware of all the stuff that we're doing. So today's Wonder Word is amazing, as in you are amazing. There's a cool part about you that everybody else can't do, and that's they can't be you. You're amazing just the way you are. You don't have to change anything about you. The day you were born, you were limited edition, one of a kind. You were the unicorn from the second you were born. What makes you amazing is that you get to tell your story to the world that you would like to say and the things that you would like to live. If there's anything that you want to do in the world, I promise you that you're able to do that if you just be kind to yourself, embrace your uniqueness, and practice every day. That's why we talk about Sunny and the cup idea. So guys, just remember, the key to happiness is embracing your unicorniness. I know you can't get out today, but you certainly can sprinkle your magic on the world by drawing a message on the ground in chalk for somebody else to see. Maybe it's waving at a neighbor going by, or maybe it's just sending a picture to somebody that you miss. You can sprinkle your magic on a day just by being you, because you are amazing. You are the unicorn. And don't forget how important it is to be the unicorn. Spread your magic everywhere. I'll talk to you later, guys. See ya.